since Samsung launched its Galaxy S7 Edge in Malaysia. When it was launched, Samsung mentioned that the Galaxy S7, the smaller version of the Edge, won't be available locally. Well, looks like they've changed their mind after all, as you can now choose to buy either the Galaxy S7 Edge or the Galaxy S7. However, what is the difference between both devices and how to decide which to buy? I'm Alicia from KLGadgetTV, and let's explore the differences and similarities of these two devices to help you make your purchasing decision. Let's first look at the similarities. Both of these Galaxy devices sport identical hardware, sporting Snapdragon 820 Exynos processors, 4GB of RAM, 32 and 64GB internal storage options with dual hybrid SIM slots supporting up to 256GB of microSD. Even the cameras are the same, with both the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge offering 12 megapixels on the rear and 5 megapixels on the front. I have to say, they both look really beautiful with its Corning Gorilla Glass panels on the front and back with a smooth aluminum frame around it. However, although they are pretty to look at, having to wipe these fingerprint magnets so very often is proven to be quite a chore. But since they both have IP68 ratings, you can just wash it off. The similarities in material is all there is to it when it comes to design. The difference in both the devices are apparent in size, curves and silhouette. The Galaxy S7 has tapered curves on the side of the back panel, whereas the S7 Edge has its curves on the front and the back sides, giving it a thinner side profile. Now, you may think this is all just aesthetics, but the way the curves are placed gives you a totally different experience when in hand. Holding on to the S7 Edge can be a little tricky since the side profile feels thinner, with a high chance of touching the edge of the screen when you're gripping it. However, with the curved edges around the screen, it gives off the impression that the phone is bezel-less. Now, if you compare with the Galaxy S7, the S7 Edge is a wee bit thinner, so saying the reason you want the S7 Edge because it is thinner is just a matter of perception. Now, of course, the major difference between these two is the size. Placing them side by side, the S7 has a smaller form factor with a 5.1-inch display, while the S7 Edge sports a 5.5-inch display. Weight-wise, it is quite negligible with only 5 grams difference between them. So, what does it mean to own either one of these lovely devices? If it was personally my own choice, I would prefer the Galaxy S7 and not the S7 Edge, purely due to two reasons. Firstly, my hands are small. It is really hard to find phones that allow one-handed usage, since the trend nowadays seems to be the bigger the better. Secondly, the S7 Edge has some unique features only available on that device, but since I'm not exactly a business person and my appointments aren't the do or die kind, so I don't really need those features, as just like I mentioned, my priority is a smaller phone. So what makes the Galaxy S7 Edge different that you would pay an additional 400 ringgit more for it? Well, remember when Samsung first introduced the Edge on the Note 4? Everyone criticized it for being a gimmick. However, after experiencing how the Edge works now on the S7 Edge, Samsung has come a really long way in such a short time, making the Edge a feature you will miss once you've tasted it. The amount of widgets has been expanded with more panels and shortcuts available, instead of mere notifications and tickers. Now, the only setback about these widgets is that just like the Samsung Gear S2, there is just not enough third-party app support, so most of the apps you see are from Samsung themselves, as mentioned in our full review of the Galaxy S7 Edge. If you're really particular about how sharp your display is, then this teeny-weeny pixel density difference might excite you. The Galaxy S7 Edge has a slightly higher density than the S7 with approximately 577 pixels per inch compared to the S7's 534 pixels per inch. It isn't really obvious, so this shouldn't be a make or break feature. So at the end, there are only two obvious differences to choose which of these you would buy. It is whether you prefer a larger or smaller screen, or if you think you want a thinner phone with those extra useful widgets on the edge. So, which would you buy? Hey guys, thanks for watching our comparison of the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge and the Galaxy S7. We hope you find the video kind of useful so that you can decide which you would prefer or which you would buy. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel over here and follow us on our social media down here at KLGadgetGuy or my personal social media at Queen Ellie. 007. So till the next video, this is Alicia signing off. Bye!